Hello humans and cephalopods, my name is Scoot, and we're going to be doing a video that a lot of people have been waiting for and that I have been really looking forward to as well. For those who aren't aware, I made a tier list video rating all the Danganronpa characters in all of the media, having never experienced the franchise outside of like memes and like being on the border of fandoms and stuff like that. So I had no idea who any of these characters were. And there was a lot of interesting comments, a lot of people saying that they wanted me to revisit this tier list after playing the games, so I made the decision to start streaming the games over on Twitch, full blind playthroughs of the Danganronpa series. And very recently, I beat Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, and I wanted to revisit the first section of this tier list video and re-rank the characters with new input and reacting to this original tier list. So without further ado, let's see what I had to say. I haven't seen this video since I uploaded it, since I edited it, so I forgot a lot of the things I said, so this ought to be interesting.
I don't know who any of these people are, and I don't want to know. All I want to do is rank them.
And I don't want to know. So this was a really fun thing for me. I ranked them based on really arbitrary things. I'm going to give them a more fair chance now that I have played through the game. I'm going to rank them, yes, still on their design, but I'm just going to rank them as a character, how well they're written into the story, how much I like them as a character as they are written more than anything else. So I might have like the worst possible human in S tier and like a really sweet person down in a lower tier just because I don't like how they were written into the game. I'm going to get killed, aren't I? I'm the next victim. So here we go. Let's see how close I was to being correct in this.
Monokuma. I have all their names, by the way. So
okay, Monokuma. What did I say about Monokuma?
It's very basic, but it's very sinister and cute at the same time. Probably around a C tier. Next up is...
Okay, Monokuma in a C tier is an interesting choice. Where would I put Monokuma now? So Monokuma's an interesting character. Monokuma is... he loves fucking with people. He loves messing with people. His whole thing is just watching people despair. I'm going to preface this by saying this will contain spoilers for the first game. If you have not played it, do not watch the rest of this video because I'm about to spoil some huge things. Okay, so Monokuma as a character we already know is controlled by Junko. So Junko is the character behind Monokuma, but separating Junko as a character from Monokuma, how would I feel about Monokuma? I really loved his interactions. He was a little bit uncomfortable in some scenes, I'll just put it that way. But as a character, Monokuma's good. Monokuma is an A tier. Really interesting, really sinister, always fucking with people, always like mixing things up when you least expect it, and like doing it with a laugh, you know? So like you think you've cornered him and he's just like, and it's like, oh no, what is he gonna do now? And he just fucks everything up. Fantastic character. Makoto.
I'm sensing some like pretty standard protagonist vibes here. He's got that like
Makoto's
like,
a simp.
Design wise, he's got a nice jacket. He's got an alright fashion sense. I don't know. There's kind of like a blazer jacket combo going on here that's kind of...
It is a cool hoodie. I'll give him that. And I think I remember there was an interaction with Taka where Taka is like, hey, that's against the school uniform. You're not allowed to wear that. Give me your jacket. Give me your super cool jacket. I want your super cool jacket. It's against school policy. I agree with him. It's a nice jacket.
This guy's C tier. He's kind of boring.
He's kind of boring. Okay, Makoto. Where am I going to put Makoto now? I'll be honest with you. My opinion hasn't really changed much on him. I think he's kind of boring written. He's a very trusting individual. He represents hope for the entire school, like the entire class. And he does push through some difficult times. But since he's a protagonist, the game really writes him as a blank character without much going on to him. I mean, his entire thing is, I'm just a normal person. Oh, but like, I care about people. And that's really all he has going for him. Not a bad character. Still C tier though. I like him a lot as a person. He's a C tier. Sorry, Makoto.
Is is Kyoko Kirigiri.
Queen!
I'm kind of a sucker for like the white-haired,
Yes,
white bangs kind
Kyoko
of
is a
so
queen.
That's already winning points in my book. Very inquisitive person, probably likes to do a lot of like solve a lot of mysteries.
Ultimate detective.
Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. going
Ultimate
on right
detective.
here. I would definitely trust this person. It seems like they're probably on the side of good. I just want to.
I did. The thing is, too, in my playthrough, I trusted her from start to finish. Like, at the beginning of the game, I was like, this person's never going to be a murderer. She's going to help me all the way to the end, and I was fucking right.
A little bit away from the S tier, but
no.
A tier, just from the design alone.
No. Kyoko is S tier. Kyoko is S tier. Kyoko is such a good character. She's so interesting. She's so smart. She does get stupid sometimes when it's like an obvious mystery in front of us, but for the most part, she's fantastically written. I'm still fucking pissed. I'm so mad. It was chapter 4 where we couldn't tell her about Sakura's secret that we found out. I feel like we can tell her. We can talk to her about this, I feel. We're friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? I have to tell her. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, I could just make things that much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your... Tell her. It's not really? It's not even a choice? It's not even a choice. Then why give me the option if it's not even a choice? But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're on... Listen, Kyoko, I tried to tell you. Oh, shut up, Randy. Shut up. I tried. Come on. Don't do me dirty like this. Really? Really, guys? Is this how it's gonna be? I'll end. You know what? Fine. If this is how you're gonna be, then I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks so much for dropping by. I'm still angry about that, and my chat won't let me live it down. But yes, Kyoko S tier. I love her. Speaking of S tiers,
Byakuya Togami. This guy's not winning anything right here. Kind of got a stuck-up, prissy boy look to him.
He is.
He has some childhood trauma that's keeping him from
he doesn't
up to others.
He's perfect.
Byakuya, I'm just gonna gloss right over
no
this
no
put him down in like the C tier, maybe low or I already forgot his name. He's gonna
my heart, no.
Down here.
Byakuya in C tier is such a crime. Byakuya is an S tier. Byakuya is the best character. Oh my god, I love Byakuya. He is the funniest character in the entire game. There's a subreddit called Rare Insults, and Byakuya is the poster child of that subreddit. He says stuff like, "You reminded me of a frog sinking into manure," or like, "If we had access to firearms, you'd all be dead right now." He will come out of nowhere with a quip that you just have to sit there and go like, what? I fucking love Byakuya. He is a snarky, rich asshole. I love his character. He never kills anyone, but he always makes it seem like he's about to. He's such a bait and switch character when it comes to the murder trials. He's like, yeah, that's right. I moved Chihiro's body. But it's because I wanted to frame someone else because I thought it'd be interesting. You pathetic peons. I fucking love him. Byakuya is a king. And maybe I'm the simp. I'm Toko.
Next up, we got Toko.
Speaking of Toko, fuck Toko.
Kind of cute, but not really. She's kind of got like a...
kind of cute, but not really. What the fuck does that even mean?
She will snap at you at a moment's notice.
Yes.
Definitely not trustworthy. Would not want to be anywhere near her. She's the type that would like act all like, I'm doing what's best for everyone. Why don't you trust me? And then like come behind me with a knife and stab me. And look, her icon's kind of...
Genocide Jack. That's Genocide Jack. I know that now.
Higher than the other two, but she's still a C tier. I'm guessing that's her. I don't see anyone else who her. She's got the outfit. And
so I'm gonna cover both Toko and Genocide Jack. I'm gonna make this brief because I just genuinely do not like them. Genocide Jack is interesting enough, but starting with Toko, F tier. I hate Toko. I put down the pitchforks. I know she's in Ultra Despair Girls, and I know she becomes more interesting as we learn more about her. I feel bad for Toko and her backstory of like just abuse and deceit and deception, and she is like the poster girl of despair in this game. I don't like her. she jumps to conclusions. She assumes that you're saying certain things about her that are just not true. She's ultra sensitive to the point where she will get so pissed at you over something you didn't even say. She is the worst. I hate her. She's also disgusting. Genocide Jack, I'm so torn. I hated Genocide Jack at first. The long tongue for no reason. Genocide Jack is funny as hell. I love her character. The whole duality between Toko and Genocide Jack is maybe a little overdone in these types of things, but also it's interesting. The whole memory thing, they don't share memory, led to some interesting developments in some cases. I'm gonna say B tier, because Genocide Jack is also kind of gross, which is docking her from being like an A tier, but funny as hell still. And I just love like the cheerful, like, oh, hey Big Mac, how's it going? Like, just like super cheerful, like, haha, I'm a serial killer. Like, Danganronpa is the only game where they can just have a serial killer casually be in the main cast, and it's just like, oh, who, I don't know about this person, but we're forced to live with them. You know, it's an interesting development.
We got Aoi Asahina.
Oh, I can say already, I did Hina a disservice in this video. Let's see what I had to say.
The one that seems like she just wants to do the right thing, maybe a little bit spunky and combative.
Yep.
She's gonna put you in your place if you say something wrong. Design.
Yep.
It's just a person, you know. It's not really like.
What?
I'm gonna put her again in the C tier. Maybe honestly a little bit like lower than this dude. I like this dude. I think he's chill. I would
Hina. Hina's an A tier. I'm just gonna say it now. Hina doesn't quite make it to C. Hina's below Monokuma in terms of being interesting. But Hina is a sweetheart. I adore her. She always wanted the best for people. I still stick to what I think about, like, this is gonna sound stupid, about her just being a person. What she cares about people. She's like, yeah, let's go get them. Oh, I love food. Haha. Oh, I'm gonna go for a run because I'm athletic. Like, that's her entire character. But she's sweet. She's very lovable. She cares greatly about the people around her. She's always super trusting. Her interactions with Sakura and her relationship with Sakura is one of the sweetest things in the game. And honestly, I like her a lot as a character. I think she's a really great character. And in this dim and dull school where everyone's trying to kill each other, having at least one person other than the main character not want to murder and not be even slightly suspicious of murder is refreshing. And I'm glad that Danganronpa had a character like that to balance all the, oh, there's a murder, let's fucking get him, you know, like, it was a good balance.
Yasuhiro Hagakure.
Fuck, Hiro.
I like this dude right here. I
no,
like, A,
no.
I would trust him, B, I would hang out with him. I like his design. He's got layers to him, both as a character and in clothing.
No, he
Maybe
doesn't.
More fucked
he's
up
so dull. No, he's dull.
Like someone chilling at a balcony, kind of like looking out at the stars and be like, so what's been going on with you, man?
I feel like, yes, that's true, but also he would try to read my fortune and scam me out of a bunch of money if we hung out. So, no. Sorry, Hiro.
Yasuhiro is going to be a solid A tier.
Ugh! No.
Borderline S tier.
No.
I don't know. There's something about him that's not quite in the S tier, but he's definitely.
Oh, there's something about him, all right. No.
Probably, yeah.
No.
I would much rather spend time with this dude.
Oh,
I think
that hurts.
He's going to be up there in the high A tier. Again, border.
No. Okay. Hiro, he's not quite an F tier because he's funny, right? He's not quite an F tier. He's just so dumb. He's crying every second he's on screen. And when he's not doing that, he's like, yeah, I'm kind of something of a fortune teller. You want your fortune read? That'll be $10,000. Hiro is awful. Again, similar to Hina, I am glad that he's there to balance the cast, you know? He's good in that regard. But my God, he's dreadful. Every time he was on screen, I was like, what stupid shit is he going to say now? Oh, we have to disprove that Kyoko is actually a ghost? Why? Oh man, fuck the occult, dude, but like, that's a ghost right there!
Sayaka Maizono.
Sayaka.
I mean, she seems like the type that's maybe popular and nice to everybody, but like secretly she's like really bitter about everyone else.
Yes.
Maybe another C tier here. I don't have much to say about her. Actually, she's
okay. Wait.
Maybe low B tier. I can respect someone who is two-faced and has like a hidden agenda.
That is true though. She is two-faced with a hidden agenda. I was right on that.
You know what? I don't know if that's what she's like.
She is.
That's where I'm gonna put her. All right, Leon Kuwata.
Okay, we got 2 trash characters back to back. Okay, we'll start with... I'm sorry, everyone. I'm gonna get so much hate for this video. So Sayaka is low C. So as a character, it's like, you know, she's the sweet character that the main character simps for and ends up being the one that backstabs the main character. It's like, butter him up so you can use him. I knew, like, from really early on, like, how sweet she was being. I was like, I think early on she said something along the lines of, like, you would do anything for me, right? You'll keep me safe. You'll help me get out of here. I was like, she's either gonna kill him, frame him, or try to use him as an accomplice. Like, those were my 3 immediate thoughts when she said that. And I mean, I was right. She tried to frame him. I do think it was interesting from a writing standpoint that she ended up being the victim, and her being like her planning to kill Leon and then becoming the victim added to the crucial element of confusion in the case. What did I say about Leon?
Okay, so I like his design.
Here we go.
I would not trust him. I would probably hang out with him.
Yes.
Very shallow friendship. But
yes.
Maybe if I get to know him more, maybe this blood splatter is like a misunderstanding. Maybe a high B tier.
Oh no.
Borderline low A, but definitely high B. Next up is...
You know what I think about Leon? I think he's stupid. And I mean that genuinely. I'm sorry, Leon. He seems like a really chill guy. He's down with Hiro, honestly. A little bit higher than Hiro. I would hang out with him. Get the fuck out of the way. Okay. I would hang out with Leon. I think he would be a really chill friend to have IRL. I think he'd be easy to get along with. His interests, you know, like... He's like, oh, I want to be a musician because chicks dig musicians. He's really fickle and really easy. I feel like I could talk to him about any topic and we could make it interesting. He's just shallow and all he cares about is getting with the ladies. And I'm like, I don't want that kind of friendship, I guess, you know? I feel like that's just... Sorry, Leon. You're not one for me. And, like, his whole plot to murder Sayaka, like, oh my god, she tried to kill me? Now's my chance to kill her. And then he's like, oh, I better hide the evidence. Throw it in the incinerator. Whew, I'm safe. And that was it was such a dumb trial. And everyone acted so stupid about it.
Chihiro Fujisaki.
Okay. I'm stopping right here to explain something, to go into something. A lot of people were like, oh, he called Chihiro a girl. Actually, Chihiro's a he. Everybody fucking spoiled that for me. Thanks, guys, by the way. Thank you. Great. Wonderful. Love it. The game writes Chihiro as a girl. You're supposed to believe that Chihiro is a girl. Chihiro wants you to believe that he's a girl. However, the other side of the argument is people were like, oh, well, Chihiro likes to go by female pronouns and stuff, and... No, that's wrong! That's not at all what Chihiro's story is about. Chihiro is a young boy who is weak and fragile, who only has his smarts, and decided to be feminine because it was easier to get through society as someone more feminine and dainty than a weak man. That was Chihiro's thing. It was a story of toxic masculinity, and Chihiro learning to understand by the end, before Chihiro died, that it's okay to be a dainty male. And that was Chihiro's story. I thought it was a great story also. I thought it was really, really moving, especially when Chihiro at the end was like, I'm gonna be stronger, I'm gonna train my body up a little bit, it's okay to be me though, but I'm gonna learn to be more comfortable being myself. I thought that was beautiful.
Wants everyone to get along, wants this all to work out, but we'll get shit done.
Yes.
Time comes to it.
Oh,
like Chihiro...
accidental foreshadowing to alter ego. Wants things to go well and gets shit done when the time comes to it. Creates alter ego who single-handedly saved everybody.
I'm gonna put her maybe low B, high C. we're gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna put her above this guy, and I'm gonna actually move this girl down.
Low B, high C.
To low C tier. All right, next up.
Do I still feel that way? I think Chihiro is a sweetheart. I love him. I think he's great. I still think Chihiro, it deserves that C tier. I will say Alter Ego's not down here in this tier list, and I discovered that in my tier list video, so I'm gonna include Alter Ego in the thoughts. We're gonna move Makoto up. I think this is accurate right now. Chihiro low C, the reason I feel that way is it was a plot of convenience, you know? It was like, Chihiro was a sweetheart, Chihiro got killed off. Oh, there is a super program that can hack into everything and give us all the information. I thought Alter Ego's execution was a brilliant execution, probably my favorite execution from a plot standpoint in the entire game. I really liked what Alter Ego brought to the story. Chihiro is more vital than Sayaka here, but ultimately, I just feel like Chihiro, a little bland, a little just like one note, like, I'm gonna do my best, you know, life is hard, I'm weak, I'm not strong enough. It just didn't do much for me personally. Again, I reiterate, I love Chihiro. I think Chihiro is a sweetheart. I will protect him with my life, but as a character, as a written character, not too intriguing for me.
Mondo Owata. I like him.
Monoda, it's Mondo, whole, you like, fuck.
He puts on a real tough front, but when push comes to shove, he's the one you can trust the most.
Yep.
He's the one that, like, has the biggest heart and is like,
yes, but also
I'm just
no.
doing this for my brother. I'm just doing this for my family, you know? Like,
I'm just doing this for my brother. Oh, that hurts. And he holds with him the fact that it's his fault his brother is dead.
Got another contender in the A tier. Definitely low A tier, because I do like these other characters a little bit more. We got a low A tier.
Low A tier? Would I do low A tier for Mondo? I think so. Maybe mid B tier for Mondo. He's gonna go high B tier. And the reason I say that is he's very, I like, you know, he's low A tier. Possibly. Oh, this is tough. Okay. Mondo's going in A tier. The reason I like Mondo, and I think he's a really well-written character. He's the tough guy, gang leader, who feels guilty about his brother's death and is just trying to do his best to continue the brother's legacy, but has dreams of his own. He wants to become a carpenter. He's wrecked so much shit in his life that he's like, this isn't sustainable. I know, since I know how to wreck it, I know how to fix it. So he's like, you know what? This is my goal in life. I'm gonna be a better person when we get out of here. He's adorable. He loves dogs, and not just like the big dogs. He loves like little dogs, and that's so sweet. The fact that he had, oh, what was the dog that he had? I'll put it up on screen. He had this breed of dog here. That's adorable. That was his family dog that he loved with all his heart. He's so cute. He's such a well-rounded character that he goes in the A tier, especially with his bromance with Taka. It just brings out a lot of like good in his character that I'm really like happy about.
Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you. Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
Speaking of Taka,
oh boy, I don't like him though.
No,
I don't like these types of characters in general. His eyebrows are very overpowering.
They
I
are.
feel like he'd rather just yell at me about doing the right thing rather.
He
than
would. Okay.
D tier.
He's
just too much for me. He's too intense.
Okay, Taka, I still feel a lot of the same things about him, but he's also an A tier. B tier? A tier. We're talking from a writing standpoint, right? He's right above Hina. He goes right next to his bro, Mondo. They might be split up later on in the tier list, I'm not sure, but right now they belong together. I loved their bromance. I love how Taka went from like, you know, none of this makes sense, blah, 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 why? And then he just gets Mondo and it's like, hello, my brother. Like, oh, great running into you here, brother. You know, he's just so, like, cheerful and, like, he wants to do good in the world. And when Mondo got punished, it broke him. And seeing a depressed Taka after building him up as that character was heartbreaking. It was really well written. Like, they built him up to be best friends with this character and then took that character away. So what was left of Taka, you know? And then they had that twist of events where we got Kyondo. And I love the mixture of Mondo's, like, fuck you attitude with Taka's, like, follow the rules attitude. So we got, like, you know, stick it in your pipe hole, you poop face. You know, you get insults like that. And it's just like, Taka is trying to emulate Mondo so much, but he still wants to stick to his morals. Yeah, I like Taka. He's a nice dude. He's a good character, and I feel like he was done a disservice when everybody focused on Hifumi's death, and it was like, oh yeah, Taka died too. Hifumi's dead, but Taka's also dead. So this is how Hifumi died. This is how Hifumi got here. This is how Taka. That's how Taka got here. So let's go back to Hifumi. It was such a disservice to Taka.
All right, Hifumi Yamada.
Oh.
So here we have the Redditor.
It's true.
The true story is, listen to me.
He didn't really give that vibe.
You're gonna regret it. D tier. Sorry, buddy. You just striking me as like a obnoxious dude that I probably wouldn't get along with.
So Hifumi in D tier is an interesting choice because my opinion has strongly changed. Hifumi absolutely does not deserve the D tier. Hifumi is at the bottom of F. Hifumi deserves to burn in a fire. I believe it was Celeste that says, the worst is F rank. If you're F rank, I pay a special organization to have you killed. I have Hifumi and Sayaka in F rank, so yeah, that's pretty accurate. I would do that for them. Your very existence is unforgivable. Yeah, no, that's literally Sayaka and Hifumi. I want Hifumi off the face of this planet. He's gross. His whole character is designed as like a stereotype against, you know, overweight people, as well as making him as gross as possible. Like, I only like 2D, my 2D waifu queen. And he like drools over and it's like, oh, I'm gonna simp for Celeste and I hope she steps on me. And, you know, he's just gross. That's his entire design is based around being that disgusting. I hate him. I don't like Hifumi. One thing I did fail to touch on with Hifumi, though, that kind of redeems him is at the end of his free time events, you learn that he was saved by one of the anime that he watched, and he now wants to do that for someone else. I do like that he does have, like, a pure goal in mind in his heart for making Dojin and, like, wanting to create fan work that touches people and eventually wanting to do his own original content that touches people and saves them in the same way that he was saved. I like that about him. However, he's still F tier. I still hate him. I have a lot of hatred in my heart for Hifumi. I'm sorry.
Celestia Ludenberg. All right, S tier. Instant S tier. I do not trust her for even a second.
Yep.
She's got a hidden agenda.
Yep.
She's hiding something from me.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely got a past.
She would kill me.
She's definitely got a plan. She would kill me without a moment's notice.
S tier.
If needed. But she is really cute. So, I mean, that says everything you need to know, if I'm being honest. Honestly, the whole, like, the spiral...
Yeah, her hair is dope as hell. So, Celeste in S tier, I don't think she's up here with these two, but she's at the side of the S tier, the back end of S tier. So, Celeste, or should I say Taiko Yasuhiro, is interesting. I really like the fact that she breaks her character when she loses the trial, and we see the true her, and it's like, it's just a girl that is essentially cosplaying and playing as this character, Celestia Ludenberg, and living the role as intensely as she can. She's brilliant, she's a gambler, she's a tactician, and I don't know, like, they always make her so suspicious through every single act that when it's finally her fault, it was well crafted. Like, I started to suspect her when she kept sending us to different floors in the school to kind of like she guided the entire case, and that was so unlike her, so that kind of gave her away. But I don't know, Celeste, really cute design, and I don't know, just really cunning and interesting. I liked it. I liked her character. I liked her character arc.
Sakura Ogami.
Stopping right here. I did Sakura a huge fucking disservice. We're just gonna sit through this and stomach it real quick.
All right, she's looking pretty tough. See, I feel like I'm being baited here. I feel like it's like I'm supposed to look at this character and go, oh, this is just a meathead who only cares about strength and like is actually very compassionate underneath the surface.
Both
and,
true though.
Oh, Sakura.
Oh no, where did I put her? Where did I put her?
Where the fuck are you? Going down in the D tier.
Oh, my heart.
Maybe about here.
Sakura is if not an S tier, at least a high A. Sakura is such a good character. Oh god, I'm having trouble finding her again, just like in the video. Jesus Christ, where the fuck is she? Sakura beats out Monokuma. Yeah, Sakura is an S tier. Sakura is such a well-written character. Such an interesting character. You know, she is a muscle-bound, meat-headed, like, all-about-strength kind of character, where it's like,
I'll drink protein drinks, but I also care deeply about Hina.
So we got the duality of, like, the super compassionate, but also very strong, very focused on strength, becoming the strongest human. That compassionate side is what makes Sakura so interesting. Through everything, through every trial, Sakura was always looking out for everyone. And then you find out that Sakura was the spy, and everything falls apart. And, like, you end up seeing how much pain Sakura was going through, being betrayed by the people that she was trying to protect by giving up on being the spy. You know what I mean? That hurted. It hurt her so much that she fucking killed herself, and that is possibly the saddest ending for a character like Sakura. And that's why Sakura needs to be immortalized in the S tier as one of the greatest written characters in Danganronpa. Still below these two because I'm simping.
Junko Enoshima.
Oh, Junko.
I don't trust her for a second. She's the type that would toy with me and mess with me and laugh at me as I writhe on the ground. Instant S tier.
She would abuse me. S tier. Okay. Since I'm doing this about like the actual character itself, Junko was interesting. Definitely interesting. In the final trial, she was shifting between all these personalities, which was interesting, and it led to some funny moments, as well as like a, wow, she's really unhinged. She is the epitome of despair. And then she kind of gives up and has that like final execution at the end, it was interesting. I liked her character. I still think that she has an adorable design, and I love the crazy, chaotic nature of it all. Just below Monokuma, though. Monokuma had a consistent personality. Junko was bored every 5 seconds and had to do a new character because she was just so bored, which I understand with ADHD how that is. I understand that so deeply. However, it was more jarring than it was entertaining or interesting, so slight dock of points there, but still a really interesting antagonist overall.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in the school, and some would say she's known as the ultimate despair. So I watched out for her. What do we have to say about her?
Very driven by maybe a past grudge. Really wants the right thing to happen and wants her revenge plot to come to fruition.
Not really.
Kind of boring, honestly.
Agreed.
Who am I looking for? God, she was so basic.
Where is Mukuro? She is very basic in her design, but is Mukuro Ikusaba?
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Oh, Mukuro's right there. Mukuro is
the ultimate despair.
Top tier meme potential. But as a character, we really didn't get much. She literally, the first time we found out about her and learned about her, she was already dead. I mean, technically speaking, she was dead from the start because of the switch up in like the very beginning where she was disguised as Junko. I want to put her down. I don't want her in F tier because F tier are people that I just cannot stand. I'm gonna put her in like a D tier, maybe a little more interesting than Yasuhiro. I'm sorry, Hiro. Okay, but like, it was interesting how Mukuro was betrayed by Junko, because when she's dying, you can tell that she obviously didn't sign up to die, like no shit. But like the whole class trial surrounding her death, it was a chapter 5, I think it was, 5 and 6, was really compelling, and it uncovered a lot of secrets, and it was really interesting, and that alone keeps her out of like an F tier for just being irrelevant and makes her more interesting than Hiro because she's actually relevant to the story.
Next we have Jin Kirigiri, who seems...
What the fuck do I have to say about the headmaster? Is he even on here? He might not be on the tier list either. He's right there.
He's got the very basic, like, police chief captain kind of look to him. Like,
he's a headmaster. Makes
books.
sense.
Like, he's just high C tier, maybe. I don't know. That character type, if that's actually what he's like...
Okay, it's really hard to say anything about him because he doesn't play a role in the main story other than he was the headmaster. He decided to lock the students in the school to protect them from the outside world, since the world went to shit, and then he died. Looking at it as a headmaster who decided to lock in his students to protect them, like, you can tell that he cared about the well-being of his students. He's like Mukuro. He's more of a plot point than he is a character, and his image is from the anime, so I'll probably learn more about him from watching the anime. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm gonna put him down at like the bottom of D, just because, like I said, he doesn't really play much of a role other than setting the main plot points together, you know?
Hold on. We have one more in here.
Alter Ego. I forgot about Alter Ego.
I don't know if you noticed, but I had her in the background over there the whole time. So Alter Ego.
Let's see what I had to say.
Going into this having no idea who any of these characters are. All I do know is that she bears an awfully striking resemblance to Chihiro.
That's not a coincidence. Okay.
That Alter Ego is an AI...
Yes.
Computer-generated copy.
Yes.
I'm guessing that she somehow got uploaded into a computer form, maybe because she died early on and they tried to bring her back, maybe because she knew something, or because there's something about her that's important to the plot. More interesting than the base character, in my opinion.
Yeah. Alter Ego definitely did a lot more for the story and stirred things up a little bit.
Maybe low B. Higher than the base girl, but not much higher. All right.
I don't know if I still feel that way. So
that's it for the first game. Moving on to the...
So that's it for the first game. Let's look at my tier list from back then. Okay, so there's my tier list from before. The D tier is the biggest disappointment. 2 of them are S tier and 2 of them are F tier. That's really interesting how evenly split that was. But yeah, that's gonna do it. That was really interesting to revisit and see my new thoughts on these characters. Here it is one more time if you wanted to take a look at my thoughts on the Trigger Happy Havoc characters. Definitely a lot of opinions have changed, and I'm sure for Toko and Genocide Jack, maybe for Mr. Kirigiri and for Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Maybe for Junko. As I get through the franchise some more, my opinions will change. I fully intend to play Danganronpa 2, V3, Ultra Despair Girls, not in that order, and eventually reading the manga and novels, watching the anime, and forming an opinion on all the characters once more. As these characters come up in later series and I learn more about them, their position may shift. This is solely based on the first game. If you want to see my playthrough, the entire VOD archive from my stream is uploaded on my VOD channel, which will be linked in the description below. I'll also include a playlist to that at the end of this video, so go check that out. If you haven't seen my full tier list video where I react with no knowledge of the game, you can check that out. Also annotated at the end of this video, also in the description. And if you want to watch me play through the other Danganronpa games, you can follow me over on Twitch, link in the description. Join the Discord for updates on when I will be playing said game, as well as following on Twitter. I'll be updating on all the social medias across the board as I make updates to my schedule and whatnot. And with that being said, I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this tier list, and look forward to other videos for the other games as I finish them over on Twitch, with updated rankings for all the characters after each game is completed. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and bye! This ought to be interesting. Monokuma in a C tier is an interesting choice. So Monokuma's an interesting character. Really interesting. She's so interesting. I thought it'd be interesting. Genocide Jack is interesting, and I know she becomes more interesting as we learn more about her. It's interesting. The whole memory thing, they don't share memory. led to some interesting development. So it's an interesting development. Hina's below Monokuma in terms of being interesting. I do think it was interesting from a writing standpoint. I feel like I could talk to him about any topic and we could make it interesting. Hifumi in D tier is an interesting choice. Taiko Yasuhiro is interesting. I don't know, just really cunning and interesting. That compassionate side is what makes Sakura so interesting. Junko was interesting, definitely interesting. In the final trial, she was shifting between all these personalities, which was interesting. It has that like final execution at the end, which it was interesting. It was more jarring than it was entertaining or interesting. So slight dock of points there, but still a really interesting antagonist. A little more interesting than Yasuhiro. It was interesting how, and it was really interesting and makes her more interesting than Hiro. That's really interesting how like that was really interesting to revisit.